Dragon Age the Veilguard's lead writer, Patrick Weeks, completely melted down during Election Day and following the announcement that President Donald Trump won re-election. I wrote this up over at fandompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. This is what this guy said over on a Blue Sky. He didn't actually make any comments himself, but reposted a number of unhinged posts, seemingly making it clear what his own views are. I'm sure people are like, oh, well, he didn't actually write that. That isn't what he said. But the fact that he reposted all of these unhinged posts, I think, can disabuse us of that notion. And this is actually what he does indeed believe, or at least partially believe. So first, he posted or reposted Rust Belt Rebel, who wrote Lawrence O'Donnell talking about how the Electoral College is a massive voter suppression technique. And it enrages me that we're still will still be controlled by white effing enslavers centuries later, all while people refuse to even murmur the words white supremacist. I mean, complete and utter unhinged nonsense. Absolute, utter nonsense. And you wonder why Dragon Age the Veilguard is a piece of trash and has been described, and its writing has been described as infantile and terrible by his peers. Thomas Mahler, the CEO of Moon Studios, making those comments, which are covered in a previous video. I mean, this is why these games are awful, because these people have brain rot. They literally are denying reality. They think that the Electoral College is a voter suppression technique that is controlled by white effing enslavers. Are you kidding me? What kind of absolute nonsense is it? I mean, this is absolute nonsense. It is preposterous. It is a massive lie. And this is what he's reposting. That wasn't the only one, right? He reposted Celeste Pewter here too. And you can see that he reposted. I took all the screenshots. Trick Weeks is what he goes by, calls himself. His name is Patrick. But he says this, P.S. One more thing. The Harris campaign has been warning about this for days now, but it bears saying again, Trump will probably try to declare victory tonight. Do not fall for it and denounce it loudly. Team Harris is also expecting it, and they are prepared to act. So he denounced it. This is what these people do. They literally fight reality. They fight the truth that stares them in the face. And this is evidence of that. And they do this over and over and over again. These people are at war with reality. He reposted this from John Rogers, -2% for being black, -2% for being a woman. That's all it took to make it this close. It is, in fact, not over. And the fact that the people in charge were more scared of ruining America's image in their heads than they were of allowing insurrectionists and traitors to roam free. He thinks you're an insurrectionist and traitor if you support Donald Trump. That's what Patrick Weeks, the lead writer of Dragon Age the Veilguard, thinks. And he thinks that by reposting this guy, John Rogers. He then reposted a Radley Balco, who wrote this. As Jonathan last pointed out, Harris ran a smart campaign. She was a solid candidate. Trump ran a disastrous campaign and is in clear decline. This was a clear choice. No matter who wins, half of voters either chose bigotry and authoritarianism or had no problem with it, and that's hard to take. So again, not only does he think that you're an insurrectionist or traitor, but he thinks that you're a bigot and you're a fan of authoritarianism or you have no problem with it. This is Patrick Weeks, lead writer of Dragon Age the Veilguard. So ironically, after sharing these posts of accusing Trump supporters of being traitors and insurrectionists, he shared a post from Elizabeth Benke advising people to, quote, not obey. I mean, you literally can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Benke wrote this, do not obey in advance. I really like this take here by Sarah Parsak. I don't know how to say her name. But she wrote this. If you all are giving up now before every last vote is tallied when the race has not been called, as some people are still in line, then who boy, as someone who works in authoritarian countries, I have bad news for how you'll do over the next 4 years. Rule 1, do not obey in advance. This is the guy who's accusing Trump supporters, people like me, of being traitors and insurrectionists. He's telling people not to obey. The projection, always with these people. Always with these people is projection. They're always accusing us of what they are. Over and over and over again. It is undefeated. The 3 laws of the SJW is undefeated. They lie, they double down, they project. You see it right here with Patrick Weeks, the lead writer of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, completely melting down on election day and following Donald Trump's victory late last night. Cannot make it up right here, folks. This is why video games are absolutely trash right now. You've got people like this who are at war with reality trying to write video games. And you end up getting political lectures and humiliation rituals. And you wonder why, because this guy right here hates the people that plays the games that he's making. Those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always speak the truth.